Hello everyone, this is a tree I haven't really shown before, but I've had for a little while. This is a field maple, and let's give you a bit of a twirl. It's been in development a few years, and if you're like me, you find after a while that you put a tree in a pot and it just isn't working, and this is just such a case. I put this tree in this pot because I had it. I had the tree, had the pot, and it seemed to fit at the time, but now I'm looking at it and I'm just not so happy. And I have an idea to just maybe put one of the larches that I looked at in a couple of videos back in this pot. So I had pots for Christmas, and I'm going to change the tree into a different pot. I'm liking this. It's a sort of browny, goldy, shiny, bronzy colour, coppery colour. It's a very nice pot. I'm struggling to tie down what it's called. That's one of the options. And then I have this sort of green, pale green, teal green. I'm really unsure of what colour you have it. It's slightly narrower and also slightly deeper. I actually think this will suit the colours of the tree better once it comes into leaf, which the buds are swelling nicely now. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a close-up on those buds. Yeah, they're swelling nicely now, so this is an ideal time for repotting this tree. And as I'm sat here thinking about it, green or which tree I prefer, which pot I prefer, I'm going to go with the green. Yeah, I'm going to go with the green. So let's do that thing. Okay, just double check that I haven't wired it into the pot, and no wires evidence, so hopefully it'll come out reasonably well. Caught up in there. Caught up with the drainage screens. I've also discovered where the slugs have been hibernating. I'll put them to one side and dispose of them later. Okay, so move that to one side. And then we need to see how much root we need to lose before this will fit in the pot. Quite a bit. Okay, so it's going very well. I think I'm just going to give it a chop. This is so much easier than trying to untangle all the roots from around the outside. You can see some quite thick roots that I'm getting rid of, chewing through. I'm sure I'm staying on camera. Okay. And this tree will hopefully throw out a whole new set of new roots. To compensate for losing these. And then that'll give it a lot more feeder roots closer into the trunk. helping to keep it more healthy. All those roots that have gone round around the pot, that's just a long way for the root ends to transport feed and water to the top of the tree. So I'll just take off some of these off the bottom as well. That should be plenty. Already have a reasonable root spread. Never been happy with this one that's poking straight out of the front. So I'm actually going to bite the bullet and lose that one now. I have a separate set of side branch cutters that I've got old and worn that I now use just for root pruning, and I'm just going to go in there, snip that off, and lo and behold, it's gone. Okay, so just give it a general clean up on top of the root surface. As I say, I'm not going to remove all of the soil from around the roots. That's more necessary when you're trying to establish a nice root base on a tree. Just raking out the ends now so that they will grow outwards instead of round and round. Let's just give it a test fit. Still needs to lose some more. Some more from front and back. Try again. Lovely. A little bit off the sides. A little bit off the sides, sir? Yes, sir. If you've not seen root pruning before, that may look quite drastic, but actually, the tree will thank us for it in the long run. As they say, instead of long roots which wrapping round around the pot, it'll develop a whole new lot of feeder roots closer to the trunk, meaning it doesn't have to transport it all that way. Just making sure we haven't got any more slugs or anything else creepy crawly wise hiding in there. Nope, that's okay. Nice snug fit, but room to put new soil on the outside, so there we go. Some soil in the bottom. A little bit of slow release fertilizer. And then we'll fit the tree in. Sitting in very snugly. And I'm happy with the height. Well, can you see that? Height-wise, I think that's looking good. And I'm happy with the position in the pot, slightly to the left, first branch to the right. I find that a lot with my trees, and I think it's possibly because I'm right-handed. I'm wondering now whether people who are left-handed tend to grow their trees with the lowest branch to the left, or maybe I'm overthinking it. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so backfill in around the sides, making sure that we have to persuade all this lovely mix down into all the nooks and crannies, leaving no air gaps. A lot of people say use chopsticks. I find the root hook works really well, and you don't have to have two tools, you can just make do with one. I find if I have too many tools out at once, I end up losing some of them, and that can get expensive if you're not careful. so why risk it? If Cooper was here, he would tell you, you only risk it for a biscuit. Okay, what Grandad would call good old-fashioned gardener's tap. Sometimes it's as well to use your fingers. You can actually feel the give. Things. I think that's looking better already. Okay, let's move it out, and we can give it a drink, and then we can have a proper look at the tree in its new pot. Okay, I thought the label was illegible, but actually I can just about make it out, and it says that I potted this tree into that other pot in spring of 2016, so actually it had been in there 4 years. No wonder it had quite a lot of root growth on it. I'm just surprised now it's taken me that long to decide I didn't like the tree in that pot, but there you go. Perhaps I'm a little bit slow on the uptake sometimes, but never mind, don't knock it. Okay, so that's the tree in all its glory. I now need to do some more work on these branches, and I think I want to shorten this one back slightly. I'm wondering whether I wire it or leave it in place. I think I might wire that. I have a super piece of wire with me. But before we do that, let's just do a bit of trimming. This particular piece here is going to be in the way no matter whether I wire it or not. It's going down and back into the trunk, so we'll get rid of that source, and I'm going to shorten this piece back and get rid of this downward facing piece and shorten this upward facing piece. Quite a few downward pieces, so we'll get rid of those. There's a dead stub, so we'll lose that. And we are particularly congested at the top here, but I'm not going to do too much to the top until it begins to leaf out and we can look at maybe just refining it somewhat, deciding which branches to keep and which to lose. Then let's see, piece of wire. I do have a small piece of wire, but I think it should do the job. Just going to anchor it in behind this branch. Wire it, as I always say to people. There are really good people who are really good at wiring. If you want to see wiring done nicely and neatly, and you know, I'm not necessarily the guy to watch. My wiring is purely functional. Gets the job done. Isn't terribly good. If neat's your thing, then I'm not your guy necessarily. Okay, no, that definitely looks better taking it back. I think it's pretty much finished drilling now, so let's bring back in the turntable. There we go. Now let's pop it on and Still not entirely sure about this branch, although I like the growing up and then looping down like you would see on an old tree. Maybe I can replicate it a little bit on this side. Slightly better. Okay, I'm going to shorten it back to here and there, and another piece there just growing straight up. So let's give you a 360 of this tree. Obviously it needs to develop a lot of branching yet and a lot more ramification. But everything comes to he who waits, as they say. I do want to do something about that. That's too steep an angle. So, found a thicker piece of wire and let's see if we can't do something about that. Okay, just going to try and anchor it here. Bring it up. Okay. Now it's not long enough to reach to the end, but I will use a smaller piece of wire on the... There we go, just gently. That's better, just reduce that angle. Maybe bring it forward just a little. I'll push my luck and snap it. But yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so now I can come in. Piece of wire. I keep and reuse pieces of wire all the time. Bit of a Scrooge, but you know, even before it was fashionable, I didn't like to waste things. And you know, wire has to be produced and made and manufactured, and why waste it? It's a resource, it can be reused, and so I do. Try and work my way around that piece of wire. And I can just bring that slightly back up. Maybe too much. No, I'm liking that. That's much, much better. Another twirl. I'm actually going to lose this piece here. It's going off. I want this branch to sort of fill out in this quadrant more. There we have it. Thank you for watching, and as always, please, please, please do take care of yourselves.